Hi, everybody. Welcome to our podcast. No, this is not an episode of The Mandalorian, but we are talking about LED face masks and wanted to share with you what we've done and what we think about the ones we're using. Hey, Shelley, what do you think?
Well, first of all, I love it. It's very chic. And I was saying it could also be you could double that up as a Halloween costume this
Yep.
year.
This year I'm
So,
going as Mandalorian.
yep, that's like double bang for your buck. Not to mention, Michelle, you've told me that it's good for your kids also. So I want to hear more about that. I just have I have a wand right now that I've got, and I actually have a membership to a red light bed therapy place, but I'm really interested in investing in one of the ones, a mask. So I can't wait to hear all about this because I'm on the fence, but
Okay,
looking forward to hearing what you
so
have to say.
this one is the Dr. Dennis Gross one, and this is not an advertising for them. This is just, oh, I think that's getting blurred out. There you go, Dr. Dennis
Yep.
Gross. Um, and this particular one is 3 minutes. Basically, I cheat, I do six. But it has a red light, a blue light, and then red and blue together. So let me just take it off for a second so we can start fresh. And you guys can kind of see what this looks like.
We can see what you look like without it.
Yeah, beautiful,
The
right?
before, the before.
So,
Okay.
the mask itself is like copper and then this plastic base. And then the back is a plastic strap that's adjustable. Okay. And then it has three settings, and those settings are operated by this little button at the top. Okay. So
Mm.
you press one, you get the red light, you press it again, you get, and I'm doing it wrong. Then you get the blue light, and then the third is a red and blue light. Okay, so what is LED and what is why are we doing this? What is this for? So red light is supposed to be really have a lot of therapeutic benefits. It's supposed to help with like fine lines, it's supposed to help with spots. It's basically an anti-aging product. The blue light is for acne. It's actually supposedly kills acne bacteria. So, and that's really the reason I bought it is because my girls they're teens and they were experiencing some acne around here. And the blue light's supposed to kill the acne bacteria. So I bought it for them, but I was like, well, I'm gonna use it. So and then you can have the two lights combined, which I typically do for myself because why not? There's been studies about the benefits of LED, and so I think there is, like, if you use it correctly in the long term, there has been some benefits shown. And some people swear by it. It's supposed to be like lifts mood and, and this probably isn't going to do that, but the ones that are like whole body, like the ones you've been going where it's kind of like a sauna and you sit and the whole room is lit up with LED.
Hmm.
Red light therapy, it's supposed to have a lot of good benefits, including like better circulation. And you can talk more about that too, but some health benefits like that. So the cost of this guy was about $500. And so far, I will say what we found is I've used it for the girls, and it could certainly be coincidence, but it seems like uh, my older daughter was having some repeated acne, like right up on her cheekbone here, and that hasn't come back since she started using it. It healed and it hasn't come back. My younger daughter was getting some on her cheeks, and that's also resolved and hasn't come back. So, could it be totally coincidental? Absolutely. But for us, since we've seen some results, we're going to continue to use it.
Yeah.
In terms of my like wrinkles and all that, I don't know. It's hard to say. Maybe this is a longer term thing. I mean, I certainly haven't been like, oh my God, I look 20 years younger. I don't mind using it. It takes 6 minutes out of my day. I literally can be working or watching a show or walking around. So I'm going to continue to use it. But it's like it to be determined whether this, what if, and maybe it keeps you from getting older
Mm-hmm.
looking, like more preventative.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, it's been, I think overall a thumbs up, especially because the girls have seen improvement in their skin. And so I would say yes. I think for us it was worth it. But there are other ways to get this thread light, which you can speak to because you've done some of this.
Well, I have a question first. I know you use it for like 3 to 6 minutes a day, but how
Mhm.
long have you been doing this? Like a month, 2 months? Like what's your
So we got it about a month ago. Oh, and I just dropped it. We no, 2 months ago. So
okay.
we've been using it about 2 months. And the
Good.
girls, I would say within 3 weeks, we saw their acne really improve.
Wow.
Yeah.
And now and breakouts have like just in general have been less.
Well, definitely less. I mean, they still get breakouts, but those like deep, um,
Mm.
cysty things that seem to last a long time, those have healed and knock on wood haven't come back.
Oh.
Now, they do get the occasional pimple still, but
Yeah. Okay.
it's not the deep, cysty, painful ones.
Okay. Good to
And they
know.
don't, and to give context, like they don't have a lot of acne. It's just like spot acne.
Okay.
So, yeah. So I
Overall,
say,
I mean, it sounds like I mean three of you are using this.
yeah.
So it's
And my
not
mom sometimes, she does it
oh,
too. And then the thing
yeah.
is like you can just take a cotton pad, put some alcohol, rubbing alcohol in it and clean it. And then
Okay.
like in
Very
the
easy.
inside, I don't know if you can see it, but there's like little
Yeah.
LED lights all over it.
Hmm.
And
Yeah,
then
I can
it's
see.
it's kind of like a soft, plasticky, little bit squishy material on the inside. So when it sits on your, when you have it on your face, it's comfortable.
Yeah.
There's nothing
Easy to
uncomfortable.
use. That's the key.
Totally.
And that it's gonna that you're using it because like with anything we're doing to improve our lives, it takes consistency,
Yes,
as we
totally.
know.
But you know what? I keep
Consistency.
it by my bed. And then when everybody's getting ready, I call the girls into my room and I have them come use it, have them sit with me for 3 minutes apiece. And I clean it, and then the next one uses it. And so it's just become part of our nighttime routine. And then I put it on. And then I put
Perfect.
it in its box. It comes with this little storage bag.
Yep. Perfect.
And then it goes back in the box.
Do you, and I know this, you may not know this, but do you have any idea how long a unit like that will last? Like
I
with the
mean,
lights and everything?
I don't know. That's a great question.
Yeah.
Online reviews, I always, me,
Yeah.
I look at
You're
a
a
lot
great
of
researcher.
reviews, but there wasn't any discussion about, well, there was some discussion about it not charging properly, but there was some very specific instructions that came with it, that talk about what kind of chargers you can use.
Mm.
And you have to use a block, like a certain block charger. And we all have these like laying around.
Oh, yeah.
But you can't use like the big block chargers. It has to be those little ones. So
Hmm.
I think the people that were having
Interesting.
problems with it were maybe using the wrong blocks to charge them. So it's very, very specific on what, and
Okay.
that block does not come with it, but the charging cable comes with it.
Interesting that it's on there. So that's really good
Yeah, and
insight for
then it
sure.
comes
Because a lot
with
of times you don't look at
some
that.
instructions and then just like this nice little storage box which I use to just keep it in there so it doesn't get damaged or dropped. But
Well,
yeah, I would say yeah.
for all our viewers out there who are watching, we'll do an update over time to see how Michelle is progressing. And
If
if
you
I
notice
choose
me
that,
getting
yeah,
younger
yeah,
every day you see me,
I
that's
will.
why.
Oh, the other thing about yours that I liked, so you might be want to show. So I've been researching purchasing one and from a different brand, but you can't turn it. Yours can be turned to
Oh
use for the neck.
yeah.
Where the
Yes,
other one, you have to buy a separate unit. So if you're looking at
totally.
price, because yours maybe it's a little bit more expensive on the front end, but it's doing more and it's got the blue lights. So I'm a big fan of that. I think
Okay.
yours is going to win out for me. So
So
show us
here's
the
what
other.
Shelly's talking about. So some of the other units you'll see online have like
Mhm.
a face piece and a neck piece. So this one, you can just turn upside down, and it's more like you kind of have to recline a little
Okay.
bit, but it goes, sits on your chin, and then if you just kind of lay down, then you can turn it on and it sits perfectly. Do I look hilarious?
Perfect.
And then you get
Perfect.
your whole neck area.
Yep. Okay.
So
That makes
that's
this
kind of
this one definitely a really functional, useful tool.
And by the way, this is like on the lower end of some of the face masks I researched. There were some that were like
Oh,
in the multi-thousand-dollar range,
okay.
which I certainly wasn't ready to invest in that because this is still a trial. But for 500, yeah, for
Yeah.
sure, willing to try it
Yeah.
out.
Yep.
But yeah, there were some that were like over $4,000 or $5,000.
Oh,
And
wow.
maybe, and I don't really know enough of the different technology.
Hmm.
I know like when you go into places and you have the panel, you can
Hmm.
go to a store and sit in front of panels.
Hmm.
Um, and I actually have done that and in comparison, obviously this isn't as bright, but also I think the brightness issue is different because I have it sitting the mask right up on my face and my
Hmm.
eyes are not being hit with the light
Hmm.
versus when I'm in front of a panel, you know, you're looking at it, and so the brightness might be affected. And then I'm sure it has to do with the number of bulbs and different things like that. So,
So, and I do have a membership right now to a place where I go for the standing, 'cause like you were talking about. But the problem is consistency. And
yeah.
it's very, and they say you should go in there at least twice a week to do this. And so it's not only investment of dollars, it's a big investment in time. And I haven't been doing it consistently, so I'm not seeing any benefit at all. And that's just part of the choice you make. But that one is full body, and at this point, we haven't determined or figured out, but we'll get back to you on a home body, full body one that you could get at home. But we are researching that for everybody out there. And I have the wand. I have just a little wand that I have gotten so far. But again, you have to actively use the wand, which you wouldn't think would be a big deal, right? It's really not, because you can sit here and do this all day and it's no big deal, right? I can just do this all day long, but it's not the same, a much
And would you
lower
do it
price
for
point.
3 minutes, or would you be like, oh my God, I'm bored? It's
No,
taking too
I
many
mean,
time.
literally, I could be working on my computer and just be doing this. But the truth is, I'm not going to get the same coverage as you are, for sure,
And does your
because it's
makeup
just a
get on? Does your makeup rub off or?
well, no, it doesn't. That's my thing is you probably should do it at night. So I'm not at night, I'm not sitting in bed doing this. So it's just not as functional, but it's a great start if you really just want something small,
Yeah.
like wrinkle little lines here or whatever, but it doesn't have any blue light for the girls either. And when I use this, I'm gonna say this, I've told Michelle this. The good thing is my skin does start to itch the next day, which I feel like is rejuvenation from what I've read, like your skin cells turning over. So I do find that these red lights, thumbs up. I think there's something to the technology without getting into any of the science. Um, I think they're very beneficial and you hear a lot about them and it does make sense. So part of being healthy and taking care of ourselves is prevention. And it's supposed to really help with skin damage from sun as well, right? And I'm fair. My dermatologist keeps telling me that I'm fair. So I'm not
I think
supposed
you're
to be,
fair. It's fair to
yeah,
say you're fair.
I'm fair. So I have had plenty of sun damage and I need to I think investing in red light technology is worth it. So
So I will
I'm
say
on board.
that um, you you guys know I'm a designer, and so I am been doing or recommending if you have the room, and this is something you can incorporate into your wellness routine, is to do a built-in sauna into your bathroom, and we're incorporating red light technology. And so there's different ways of doing that. If you guys have questions, just send us a little message. I'm happy to talk more
Mhm.
about it. But that can be incorporated via bulbs. It can be incorporated via panels. So it's like we can grow it on a scale if you have the capacity at your home and you have the interest in doing something like that. Saunas and that with red light are huge right now. In fact, I'm going to do it for my own house, and I'm doing it for several clients now. So
Can you just do the red light without the sauna?
yeah, you just have to have a place to mount it and a place to like kind of sit and use it.
Yeah,
So I mean, saunas are kind of a natural place to put them because typically there's nothing else on the walls. And so, and
got it.
you're already sitting in there for what, 14 minutes at a time.
Hmm.
It makes sense to turn that all on at once. So you're getting the benefits of the sauna, you're getting the benefits of the red light therapy at the same time. But I don't
Hmm.
see why you couldn't, if you have like a dressing area in your house or, a vanity space that you can permanently affix it to the walls and while you're doing your makeup. I mean, it's not the perfect light, but while you're doing something else, you could be doing that red light therapy. I don't see why not.
Okay. Well,
Even
I'd
in
like to hear
like if
more
you have
about
room
the
in your
full body
master,
one.
yeah, in your master closet,
Hmm.
maybe.
Wow.
Yeah, I just don't, I mean, I think you have to look at the times that they recommend. So it is a certain duration. So
Hmm.
if you're willing to just like kind of stand there for X number of minutes.
And that's what you do in those at the studio I go to. You literally stand there for 20 minutes.
Do they have a TV or like what do you
No.
do for 20 minutes?
No,
You just
because
stand there?
you're in the middle, you're sandwiched between two panels,
Oh,
okay?
I
And you're
think that's
standing in
boring.
the middle of it. So you just stand there. I mean, you could I listen to my podcasts with my earbuds in. So I just use that time to, catch up and check in.
Oh, that's nice though.
Yeah. So
Nice
you
downtime.
have, I mean, it is forced downtime. Like if you go into the sauna, it is forced downtime.
I would be
Although you,
like, I want a TV.
yeah,
I want to watch something.
well, you can do that in a TV, but with these, because you're standing in front of it, it's all over you. You can't have a TV there because
Okay.
you'd miss the red light on your face.
So is it in front of you and behind you or like on the two
Yeah.
sides?
Yep.
Front and
It's you
behind.
stand like in between and then like your body's like in between these panels and they're full length.
But they're hitting you on the sides, not
Now they're
forward.
hitting you on the front and the back.
Okay, gotcha, gotcha.
So you're standing like they're one in front of you and one behind you. Yeah, so this would be my view. It did that work?
Yeah, perfect.
Anyway, yes, you're sandwiched in between them, and you are because you're getting your face.
And how close is this to you?
It's pretty probably 4 inches away from your front and your back. It's pretty close.
Is it claustrophobic or is it okay?
No, I mean the sides are open and the ceiling. I mean it's not. I mean I don't know how tall. I mean I'm not a tall person, so I don't know how tall these things get, but I would assume they adjust them for the height of the people.
So how
But
many
it's
how many
full body.
times would you say you've gone?
Well, I have only been, so you're, okay, let me say, you're supposed to go a minimum 2 days a week. That's when they say you'll see the benefit. And I have not been going. I've been trying to go once a week, but I was sick, which I should have been going for that. Um, but I didn't go for the last 2 weeks. So now I'm like, well, gosh, I should just go 4 days a week and see if I really see any benefit. I
Try
think
to
I
catch
will.
up.
I mean, I can tell you when I leave there, my skin has got color. It has definitely. and this is not a tanning bed, so the intent is not to heat me up, right? Um, but it's definitely giving me because something's happening because I can see it. But I haven't given it long enough yet. So I'll keep you posted. But that's just like I said, you're paying the monthly dues. So then the choice is and getting there and convenience. So you have to be going to get the benefit of them for sure. But it is reasonable. They're not unreasonable to join those clubs versus like putting a sauna in your house. I mean, that's a long-term investment and you will get, you're paying yourself and your home to do it. So if you could do something like that, you're not just, and you can use it all the time. I would say that's definitely a better investment.
And one of the things I do say to clients is like, it's a, if it's in your bathroom, you're more likely to use it than if you have to go into your basement and use it.
Mm, that makes sense.
Because you're, so the way we try to build them is integrated into the same footprint of the shower. So
A
basically,
sauna.
yes, yeah,
Okay.
exactly. But then with the red light
Yep.
options in there. But that applies to the red light too. I mean, if you can incorporate it somewhere in your bathroom or your master closet or somewhere other than your
Mhm.
basement, I just feel like the best intentions are in the basement, but reality, life is lived on the main floor and upstairs. And like, so in Colorado, we all have basements, but a lot of places don't. So, you
Yeah.
know,
Well, that's really interesting. Like check out Michelle's website because I'm sure you'll post those online.
mhm.
And I want to learn more about that because that's new. I think that's pretty new technology for homes and home design. Very, very much aligning your health with your home. That is a really exciting change and something I would love to explore more for
Okay,
myself.
well, thanks for joining. I hope this was informative and um maybe you'll want to invest in one of these. We'll keep you posted and let you know long term if we are seeing a lot of differences. But for me, for now, it's definitely a yes. All right. Bye. Thanks,
Bye.
Shelly.
Thank you for joining. Okay.